public diary because I have nothing to hide, and it's actually convenient for me to keep up with my situations too. Damn, am I starting too early? I never know. I just bust out talking. But like I said, if it wasn't heard earlier, this is my little public diary because I have nothing to hide, and it keeps me on track to what's really like going on with my feelings because baby, I don't need to be confused. Anyway, so an update from yesterday, like I was saying, I had an argument. I was talking. I If you watched the last video, yes. If you haven't watched the last video, I'm gonna just give you a quick rerun of what I'm talking about in this video. And I was talking about how I am talking to somebody, and he we had an argument over. I'm still sick, by the way. So if you hear me sounding crazy or looking crazy, but sorry, we had an argument over what he felt like a woman's role should be. He was like, "Well, it's normal for women to cook and clean and wash dishes and fix the house and da 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 and do this and that." And I'm like, "Okay, that's great, but we have options. Like we have choices. Like we don't necessarily have to. It doesn't have to be that way." No, don't get me wrong. I love a guy who pays for the bills, whatever the case may be. But you're not going to ask me to take care of your house and you haven't bought me anything that has nothing to do with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you expect for me to take care of something, you would have to at least take care of me. And if you don't take care of me, you're insane. If you don't take care of me, I'd have to take care of me. And if I have to take care of me, I'd rather take care of some other bills too. Shoot, I have no problem going 50-50 if I have to goddamn take care of me. Which is not a problem, to be honest. I just feel like just give a woman the option. Don't just throw her into the fire talking about some my house needs maintenance, my kids need a da 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 da, and my this need a that. Why don't you be the same? You know what was funny? Yesterday we talked about it, and I was like, what if you get to be the stay at home husband and I will be the work wife? Is that good? Like, then you'll cook, clean, and make sure the kids are, looked at and everything like that. You know what he said? That's demoralizing. How is that demoralizing? If that's the case, it's funny how you say it's demoralizing. Hey, Maya, how is it demoralizing if that's what you expect a woman to do? You don't think a woman would find that it's demoralizing too? Hey, Sanjoy, how are y'all doing? Hey, Alif. Hey, Alicia, how are y'all? But yeah, like, it was just so crazy to me that you would find it demoralizing, but you're over here telling me what's normal for women to do. Why isn't it normal for men to do? You're in a new life. You're not living with whoever told you that that was normal. If that's the case, you ain't gotta be with me. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. But we talked about it because honestly, we did have a great friendship. Like I was telling y'all in my last video, we met from high school, or not necessarily in high school because we didn't go to the same school. It was just we met through, like, I had a friend in the high school who met him or who knew him, and then it was just so, I don't know. I don't even remember how we all like got like hanging out. It was like a couple of my high school friends who knew their I don't know, who knew them because of where they lived or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But anyway, we ended up just being cool. Hi, Mike. How are you doing? From Vietnam. Okay. So, y'all making me lose my train of thought. But, um, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, we ended up just hanging out for a while because back then everybody was, passing that around or whatever the case may be. And it was like, I don't know, I felt like that was some back in the day stuff that kids did. Like we hung out with people where their parents was allowing that, and then that's what was going on. And so, you know what I mean? That's how people bonded back then. So we were like really like close, from those days, because we just understood everything that was going on. Like we were like very aware, while everybody was either like dormant or like too, to realize what was going on. We would look at each other, like we would catch all the cues, and that it made us bond, like, because it's like we were like right there, and everybody else was just like in their own like world. I don't know, but I loved it. I just loved how we were like hella alike because of that. And we talked about it too, like on our way home, because we literally, I think we had like two drivers, and one person would pack up in one car, or like one person would pack us up in one car, and another driver would pack them up in their car. And then while we're driving home, we would like talk about everything, and the car would be so jumpy. And that was one of my friends who taught me how to drive. It was just like those days were so young. Anyway, so we had fun. And then like the car, like I said, the car ride would be like so lit. And then by the time he went home, it got quiet. Like he got dropped off first, usually, because he lived closer to wherever the hell we was at. And then, but I never had his number. He never had my number. I just knew him on Facebook by his name. He didn't know my Facebook. So we reconnected recently, and then we've been like, oh my god, oh my god, because we talked about a lot while we were like, while anytime that we hung out together, we would sit next to each other. Everybody was, we talked about us being husband and wife. We weren't really married, of course, we were kids, but it was just like we just anyways, we reconnected. And I'm happy. Like I'm really, 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 really happy. I'm so happy. Like I'm so happy. But we do argue. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We argue because we're both strong minded, and we're both like almost too alike. Where I'm not finna shut up. He's not finna shut up. Run it or not. Whatever you want to do. It could go that way. It could definitely go that way. My hands registered. I know yours are. But you know what I mean? Like, anyway, we reconnected. And he's the one who, he's like, oh, the woman cooks and cleans. And I'm like, um, not all of them. Not all of them. We can go 50-50. I will let you be the stay-at-home husband. You know what I mean? When I told him he could be the stay-at-home husband, he gonna tell me it's demoralizing. Why is that? Why is it demoralizing when the woman asks a man to be a stay-at-home, but you wanted me to be a stay-at-home wife? I don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So we could go 50-50 because we both like each other. Like, it's not that serious. Anyway, we hashed our differences out and we're cool. I got my husband back. All right, y'all. That's all I really wanted to say. And see you in my next